Hello everyone. This is my small little tutorial that I'm quickly recording today, showing how to make animations with the FPB animation tool. When you load it up, it looks like this. I've prepared a little something like this. Is the one we saw in the other tutorial. You just click here to add animation. You have these types to choose from, which kind of animations you want. There is path animation, which means you select something and then move it along a path. There is transforming, that means either moving something from a point to another point, or scaling it up, or changing the opacity. But we will go through all of these and I will show you all of them. And then there is alternate, which is related to the 3, 2, and 1 that is up here. And alternate means that you alternate between frames. For example, if you want to animate a bee or something, you have one frame where the wing is up and one frame where the wing is down, and you alternate between them. This is what alternate does. And sound is just adding a sound that gets played. So let me explain these up here, what these do. Layer means the layer that gets affected. So for example, if we have, we select here bed group, then the group where the bed is in will get transformed or applied, like the animation would get applied to whatever layer is selected here. Then direction is if the animation will be played forward or backwards. So if it's forward and you scale something up from 1 to 2, it will scale up from 1 to 2. If it's backwards, it will scale down from 2 to 1. So you can select something here and then look if the animation looks better forwards or backwards. Dur stands for duration, like this one stands for duration. It is in seconds, so the whole of the animation will take 1 second in this case. Start lets you chain animations to other animations. So you can say, okay, you start when the play button gets pressed, or you can also say you start after another animation is finished. Then you have delay, which is the delay in seconds after something gets started. And repetition means how often the animation gets played. So if you set 5 repetitions and you scale something up from 1 to 2, it gets scaled up from 1 to 2 5 times. But I will show you. Let's start with transform because it's the easiest. Move is very straightforward. You select what kind of transform you want in here. Maybe let's go through one by one. So move means move the bed from 0 to, let's say, in this case, 100, just for the demonstration. So it scales from, it moves from 0, like x, y, to 100, 100. But these are not absolute positions, but relative positions. So it moves from the position that it is here. So 0 means where it is when it got drawn. Yeah, and as you can see, it got repeated 5 times. You just press play up here, and then it does whatever you told it to do. So this is move. You also have the option to scale. Let's scale it from 1 to 3. It gets scaled up 3 times in 1 second. Then you have rotation. Let's say, okay, we will rotate it 90 degrees. Exactly, it's here it is 0 and then it gets rotated to 90 degrees. And you can set where the center of the rotation is down here in the pivot section. So if this is set, then it gets rotated from the center of the object. You can also say here, then this means that it gets from the left bottom point and so on. This is the right bottom point, this is the left up point, right up point, and then here is in the middle, and so on. I think that's kind of intuitive. And you also can set the pivot manually. But this is if the center, because for example, if you have a long object, then the center is always in the middle. So for example, if this wing would be up here, but you want the center of the rotation to be in here, you can set the pivot manually. And you just figure it out by going with a mouse cursor somewhere and then looking down about the absolute position in the coordinate system. So if we set it, let's say we set the pivot manually, like the center of rotation to 0, 0, which would be up here, then the object will get moved from here to here because the center of the rotation is up here. Yeah, you can just imagine like the center of this and then a line out and then rotating it like a circle. So lastly, we have opacity. And opacity is the transparency of an object. So 100% opacity means that it's a solid object, and 0 means that it is no longer visible. Let's look at this. This will just make the bed disappear. Yeah. And there is also this show after animation, which means you can select what gets shown after the animation finishes. So before means that it gets reset to whatever was set before the animation started playing. So this means after the animation, it gets set back to 100. Yeah, and it is 100 again. But if we say anim end, which means animation end, then it just keeps the end of the animation, so the bed disappears indefinitely until like you switch you switch levels or go to a different page or something. Okay, let's go to path. Again, let's select the bed group. Then I've prepared a path here. Or maybe let's draw our other point. This means we just move something along a path that we draw. And the animation starts wherever you start your path. So this will be the way that it will be moved. So, oops. Let me select this, then I don't want to see it. I wanted it to be invisible. Let me look in the, where is it? Where did I draw it? Here. I need to give it a name so I can identify it later. Let's call it animation path. Okay, and then I will also remove the stroke so we don't see it in the final image. Because as you could see, the path was here and now the path is invisible. So we take the bed group and then we move it to new path. Oh no, I called it animation path, I'm sorry. And it's up here. And then we say duration 1 second. Okay, this was a bit fast. Maybe we make the duration 3 seconds. As you can see, it's moving along the path that we just drew. You can also make it curved or whatever. And there is also the option to make it follow the rotation of the path. So here it followed the rotation. And you can say, okay, don't follow it. Just keep the rotation intact like this. And then the object moves like this. And also here, again, you can set the pivot. And you also can set what to show afterwards. So then let's look at alternate. Here I prepared the alternate layer here. Alternate, no, this is the group. And then, okay, I will take layer 3, like you take the first one. And then you add, you add the other ones below. So this is the 3, this is the 2, and this is the 1. And I will show the layer afterwards. As you can see, all of the other ones got removed. So you only show the layer that is selected here in this menu. So if you want to, for example, move a wing, you only want to see one position of the wing. So this is kind of the way to do this. And then if we play, we set the duration really slow. So the duration is like 1 cycle. So if we want to make a smooth animation, we need to set the duration really low. So now it takes 0.02 seconds to go through 1 cycle of animation. And we can say, okay, repeat this. repeat this 7 times. And also we can chain animations, so, or like combine animations. Like let's say we move this one and then, or we alternate this one and then we, I don't know, transform it. We move it 100 while it is playing the animation. And here I will take there is the alternate. This is like the group above this. So we need to take all of the ones below. So if I only select layer 3, for example, then only layer 3 will get moved. So let's look at how this looks. I will turn up the duration to match the... Yeah, and now it moves while alternating. And it stopped moving because, and reset because the duration here is only 1.9. Okay, there is also the option to add a sound, which is here. And you just choose a file. I have this boing sound effect. It is really quiet. I don't... I forgot to record the desktop audio, but this plays a sound. And after loading it in, you can just press play and then the sound gets played again. And here you also have the option to delay the sound. What else can I show you? There is this. This is the last thing that I will show you. There is this graph that allows you to set the pace of the animation itself. So these are the thirds of the animation. So if all of this is like this, the first third of the animation will take very long, and then it will get really fast at the end. Okay, and then if everything is done, you just hit export again. Let's save this as Emil2. Like the last time, you need to save it in the FPB images folder that I provided. Let's save this and then open it. Yeah, I opened it on a different screen, but this is how it looks. And then if you press this, then the animation plays. Yeah, I think that's about it. I hope I didn't forget anything. Thank you for watching.